Hello, everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to the Midweek Midday Talk Show with Auntie Etima, streaming live from Abuja, Nigeria, Africa. Who is here with me? I'm so excited to be here. So, yes, yesterday was my wedding anniversary, and I got a lot of messages and prayers and best wishes. And for that, I want to say a big, big, big thank you. And shout out to everyone who celebrated my girl. So Friday was almost like a public holiday for me. Like I was so excited. I was I felt so blessed on Friday, having just reviewing my journey and seeing the work that I do with and for girls. I looked at it and sorry, please give me a minute. Okay, so sorry about that. I needed to ensure that our community members on Instagram are live. Instagram, if you're live, please do let me know. Yes, I see you, Olayinka Oyedeji, the super mom of one of my amazing queen daughters. I hope you guys celebrated my daughter's well on Friday. If you did not, I will drag you. Okay, so this month we've been engaging with the girls every Friday. If your daughter has not joined those classes or have not, gone back to them, please ensure that they do. Those classes have been really eye-opening, even for me as a bigger girl, because I'm a girl. Is there any mommy here that is not a girl? I am a girl myself. And I was preparing those classes and I was saying to myself that, wow, how didn't I know that this was a people pleasing tendency? How didn't I even know that this was me seeking attention without knowing? So it's something that is going to help your girls. If your girls are constantly being bullied, or your girls are, always trying to, what's the word now? They're trying to fit in and all that. Please let them go and watch those classes. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Madam Yvonne. Oh, super mama indeed. God bless you, ma. Thank you for all you do. Mrs. Yvonne is helping me parent a senior teenager. She's going through a lot. She has gone through a lot, but she's very all right. Shout out to you, ma'am. Thank you for all your support and everything. Hello, every super mama in the building and incoming super mamas. They look, I call you a super mama because for you to be raising a girl, you must be super. You must have some super in your ingredients. It's not easy. Every day there is something that is popping up and coming up. Can you imagine my daughter doing me a video for my anniversary and telling me that I owe her data? I've not been able to wrap my head around that. I'm coming back to that. I'm like, how about all my data I used for 1 year? What happened to that one? How come I'm being charged for doing something? If I talk now, fight will start to now say, mothers and daughters are always fighting. And yes, you know what I'm talking about when I say that mothers and daughters always have that, that rift, especially when it comes to chores. Who agrees with me or disagrees with me? Excuse me. There was a time I had to talk to the girls in the girls' hall, and I asked them, why are your mothers always complaining about you girls doing your chores? Is it that you people don't know you're supposed to do chores? Like, I don't understand. What is the problem? And these girls, together, individually but together, mention that, oh, it's not that they don't want to do the chores, it's not that they don't know they have chores, but they want to do it when they like. And I'm like, no, you cannot do your chores when you like. And this is why you see them dragging their feet. This is why you see them, throwing up an attitude, their face, their body language, everything is just, they call it draw body in some homes. very bad attitude, and most times they take it out there. You ask them to do something in the workplace, you ask them to do something in church, you ask them to do something anywhere they find themselves. NYC, oh, the girls will be, because it's something that they have grown with. Now, I always ask, how many of you love chores? More. The way the girls look at each other, like, who is that person that wants to raise their hand that they love chores? So, out of every 10 girls, I don't think I've ever seen two out of the 10 actually raise their hands up. And even those two would ask back. They'll ask me back. "Oh, it depends. What type of chores are we talking about, ma?" Before they answer. So yes, there's the thing about girls and chores. I'm not too sure about the boys, but I know that girls and chores, there's an issue. And if we don't tackle it, if we don't break it down, I mean, over the past 4 or 5 weeks, I'm talking about attitudes of girls and everything. But today I wanted us to just narrow it down to chores and tasks, because you can't become an effective self manager if you are not able to manage your tasks. Task management is a very serious conversation. It's not about just chores, excuse me, like cleaning, mopping. No, it's also about a task. Write this document, do this project, make these orders, call this person, send these messages. It's the same thing. The same way they whine about mopping is the same way they whine about sending or responding to emails. Same. Because it's the art of taking instructions and doing things. They call it doings. Yes, doings. If your child is not used to um doing chores, as simple as they look, she's going to struggle with doing tasks in the workplace, and in even in the relationships that she finds herself. And then you're wondering, why is my child not liked? Or why are they picking on her? It's because she doesn't know how to manage tasks. Some of them, you give them one task, they are doing it forever. That briskness, that resourcefulness, not there. So let's even check why girls don't like chores. Because I usually like to do researches. I like to check. I like to ask so that we can help them appropriately and effectively. If you just come and say, "Oh, all these girls," and Etima, you are right, all of them, they don't like chores, we're never going to be able to help them. Hello, everyone. I see the queen of boys, Auntie Root of Life. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everyone. I see you on Instagram. I see you on Facebook. I see you on YouTube. So, why do girls, why don't you like chores? Number one, there is usually a lack of motivation, especially because chores take an effort. We all know, especially if you were not intentional. Now, I'm talking about bigger girls. I'm not talking about toddlers. I'm not talking about babies. I'm talking about girls from 8. I mean, girls that have started to be aware of themselves, and you can actually send them to do stuff. Those are the people I'm talking about. And then, of course, my teen girls. But I'm going to emphasize mostly on preteens and teens. So these girls don't like chores because um it gives them this, there's nothing motivating them. Like, what's there to love about chores? They are highly very unmotivated when it comes to chores. Chores naturally don't look interesting, so they are not motivated. That's why they don't like chores, and that's why it looks like punishment. It looks like punishment. It also looks like a job that should be done by domestic staff, which is why if you're here and you have housekeepers, domestic staff, you need to be careful that you are not assigning or making it look like chores is a job that is meant for someone that you pay. They are going to just take themselves out. They are never going to be motivated. It's job, it's work, it's hard, it's never convenient. So girls would usually not like it. Number two, I remember chores takes an effort. Chores is hard. It's hard to mop. I don't know about you people. It's hard to mop. It's hard to iron. It's hard to. The only thing I love to do, or I will not add as hard, is washing plates. But every other thing, please, it's hard. Secondly, chores could feel overwhelming, you know, especially when there is no structure, when there is no pathway. So there is no time for doing chores. Your daughter just comes back from school. She has plates that she didn't wash in the morning. She has a room she didn't tidy in the morning. She has parlor she's supposed to sweep. She has food she's supposed to make. She has clothes she's supposed to iron. Of course, she's going to be overwhelmed. So when you say, oh, don't worry, in my house, we just do it as we can, you are indirectly making your daughter feel overwhelmed with everything. Because there's no style or standard to how things are done in your home. We are at a time when we can no longer let things be. You see, this leaving things to chance, it's going to work against us. Because your daughter needs to understand that there is a time for everything. If not, she's going to be overwhelmed. She's going to come back, and the same room that she messed up is going to look like the whole house is on her head. Why? There was no structure, there was no time. You just allow your daughters. There was a day I looked at a girl's room. I almost passed out. Me, I was feeling overwhelmed for her. Everything was out. Her clothes, her shoes. It will be overwhelming when it has become too much, so much. She's going to be overwhelmed by it. So we need to make sure that we put a structure to these chores. Um, do you know that even how to do the chores in a way that is not overwhelming, we call it standard of operation, standard of operation, whatever you want to name it. It would help your daughters. Let me give you an example. When my daughters used to complain, my children, all three of them, used to complain about washing plates, heap of plates. First of all, I didn't heap all those plates. You guys did. And then now it's time to wash the plate. Somebody's throwing face. Another person is doing tantrum. I had to one day teach them how to, make washing so many plates easy. Taught them how to clean the plate, the dirt. I taught them how to sort it. I taught them which one to start with. I taught them like how to do it. Put the water here, put the soap here, do this here, keep this here, do that here, clear the work area. I broke it down. Because if they just come and just see pots, plates, everything upside down, they will just like, oh, where do I even start from? They start feeling sick. How many of you, your daughters feel ill when it's time to do chores? I can relate. I've got a lot of messages recently about somebody saying my daughter thinks she's smart. When it's time to do chores, that's when she's not feeling fine. I get it. It's that feeling of overwhelmness. Her eye will start turning her when she sees the number and the quantity of work that is ahead of her. How about cooking? When they see the whole list, the whole kitchen, everything, they will just become tired and weary. So that could be a reason. Another reason is independence. And I've been doing a research about this. This reason is one of the top reasons why girls don't like chores, especially as they hit preteen. Preteen age and teen age is a time for testing autonomy. That's a feeling of being in charge and in control. And when you start insisting, you start yelling, you start shouting, you start, stressing the fact that they're supposed to do this chores, they're supposed to do it in a particular way. If not, it's not accepted, and all that. Your daughters are going to feel like they are less in control. They're going to feel like, oh, you're just taking it away from them. And this is why they told me. Now I understand why they said to me, and Etima, we didn't say we're not going to do chores. We just want to do chores at our time. What does that tell you? They want to feel in charge. They want to feel like they did it when they wanted and how they wanted it to be. So in dishing out instructions, have that in mind. And when next your daughter is throwing a tantrum or giving you an attitude, remember what I just said. She's feeling like she's losing her sense of control and she doesn't like it. Remember again, and let's think about it in this way. Is that not why you also have a challenge with her? I think that the sense of autonomy and wanting to control is very high in women. Am I lying? We are people that God has created to actually take charge. There's the savior's mentality in a woman. I don't know. I was just thinking about it and I was like, oh yeah, really, that's true. That's why you see a woman can take care of her husband, she's in charge, she's coordinating, taking care of her children, in her workplace, she's in charge, in her business. You see that feeling of being in charge and in control is growing in your daughter. So while your son is growing his ego, he doesn't like to be treated anyhow, to be talked to, spoken to anyhow. Your daughter too has a sense of control that has been God given. Mm. If to know this is to know peace. That is why even the manner at which chores are dished out, the manner at which you are saying it, all those things matter to your girl. I'm not enabling them. I'm not saying enable them. I'm just saying that if you do not have this at the back of your mind, you would not know how to help your daughter deal with that attitude when it comes to chores. Okay, someone says, I agree with this, coach. I recently asked my daughter during her pillow talk what she wished she was doing her way. She talked about preferring to do the dishes without being told. Thank you. Thank you. Look, parents, I'm not here to make excuses for the girls. I'm here to help you live a longer, better life. Yes, a life that will save you the trouble of having high blood pressure or low blood pressure. That's what I'm here to do. In case somebody's thinking that, oh, the team is always defending these girls. No, I'm not always defending them. What is the goal? Is the goal here not that we should have peace? Is that not the goal? And that we should have sanity in our minds? Check it. They don't want you being on their neck. My mom was like that. As I as I wrote that post this morning, I just remembered how my mom used to drag me to do chores. She would even say things like, you think it's only about books because I love to read. Though I don't know whether it was the dodging of chores that now made me love reading, but I just love reading maybe because my dad was a lecturer and I loved him so much, or I love him so much. Every time it's time to do chores, I'll just go and carry my book and start reading. And it's entry, no, it's not as if I'm pretending. I'm actually reading, doing my assignment. I loved it. Mom will sit on my neck. When my daughter started to drag their feet, I did the same thing. I spoke about chores one day. It was my second daughter I was talking to. It wasn't Zara. It was not my son. It was my last child. It was not her I was talking to. I talked and talked and talked and talked and talked. And Zara gave me this look like she didn't say anything, she just gave me this look. And it's in that same pitch, that same high tempo. I said, Zara, I should stop. I've been talking too much. She just said, Mommy, yes. Yes, ma. Yes, you have. She just even said yes. I just went straight. I ended that conversation, that last sentence. As she answered yes, I left and I went into my room and I didn't come out till the next morning. The person you are talking to. Because the girl was already doing what I was saying. But I guess it was looking like, okay, we have heard you. We are doing as you have said. It's okay. Can you now be going? Can you now be going? I see a lot of comments. Somebody said, I can seriously relate. I pray for that time when they'll be happy doing chores. I don't know when that time will be. I don't know when that time will come. But I know, one thing I know for sure is if we can put what I'm sharing with you into practice, as I talk to the girls and you put to practice what I've said to you today and what I've been saying, and especially after the class on attitude reset, that class is the time I'm going to use to give your daughter her own part of the deal. If your daughter is not in that class, I can't help you. Even if she's not around, even if she's a border, register for that class so that when she comes back, she has something that she's listening to directly from me. Not you going to some of us give our daughters the midday talk show. It's not for them. Soon, the team and I are putting together their own talk show. Everybody should stay in their lane. Don't come and say, go and listen to what thing Auntie Etima was saying. Go and listen to it. Go and listen so that you hear what. No, 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 no. It's going to be counterproductive. When I speak to girls, I don't speak to them like this. I have a way I speak to them. because I understand them. So soon we're going to start our talk show for girls. Who is excited? Who is excited? We're going to start our talk show for girls. It's going to be real. It's going to be, engaging. It's going to be heart to heart. Like we're going to just bear it all open. You're only going to do one thing for me. You're going to share it. You're going to announce it. You're going to call everybody and say, give this on to your daughter. That's for her. Okay, somebody's already dancing. Eh, eh, eh. I knew you people were going to like this thing. Why are you people like this? All these mothers. Eh? Mrs. Olga is even shouting hallelujah now. Because in her mind now, Auntie Etima, tell this my girl. Tell them, Abi. That's the spirit. No problem. I'm here for you guys. I'm going to tell them. And I'm going to tell them in a way that they will come back to you. They will not tell you what they heard, they'll just adjust. Don't worry. Okay, somebody's asking, how do we register for the cost? The team will put that up right now. It's just 4,999, 5K, cheapest course we've had this year. And if you're in the girls' hub, 2,999. Okay, so ensure that you get in. The team should also put, apart from the link, just put in admin's number so you can reach out and get that registration up running right away. Them and their friends. Because sometimes they're learning this bad attitude from their friends. When their friends come and say, you wash? No, I don't wash. I've never washed in my life. Then your daughter will not come and you'll be her enemy. When you mop, mop? No. Mopping is for mama, let me not call anybody's name. Mama Lagbaja. The daughter will now come and feel that you are punishing them. Like my daughters ask me why we don't have a house help. Say, what are we doing with house help, ma? When you have your own, spend all your money paying housekeepers. Mister, what are you doing with your daylight? Okay, so this point about independence is something that I am really, really going to emphasize. Know it. To know it is to have peace. To know it that your daughter is going to continually struggle or fight. Let me use the word fight for independence, that autonomy of I am in charge. I did it when I wanted, and I did it in the way I wanted. Oh, if you have that in mind, you would communicate with her in a better way. Somebody's asking, how do I um how do I register for the girls hub? Admin, please put that up as well so that do ye let me share. I hope I got that right. Will register and bring in my girls. Someone said on Instagram, my son say you sound a lot like Coach Ruth Ede, the queen of boys. Shout out to you, Coach Ruth. Yes, we sound alike. We're from the same family tree and we work together. So we will sound alike. Okay. Mercy Victor says, thank you for saving us from headache, high blood pressure. That's what I'm doing in my daylight. Saving you from headaches and high blood pressure. Because I get it. I get it. My daughter says she wants me to buy a dishwasher. I know. So we're setting up our kitchen and a dishwasher came up as a modern day equipment. And I said, I'm going to buy everything except dishwasher. Oh, more justice for my girls. Come and see. Everybody carry placard. I said, even if dishwasher comes, you don't go near it. It has nothing to do with you. What is the problem? Dishwasher, bawo. Hey, dishwasher, that will be taking electric bill. It's not for you. Use your hand. Your hand is the dishwasher. They started saying, oh, what if we have an event? We have visitors. Mommy, do you want to kill us? I said, nobody has ever died doing chores. Prove one person, show me one person, and I'll get it. They could not find. Of course, they will never find. But please don't stop my girls from having these conversations with you. It's part of the fun. Okay, so let's go to the next reason. Distractions. Distractions are one of the reasons why our girls don't like doing chores or why they feel overburdened. Distractions with what? Things that they love to do, personal interests, social media, fun things. It's a problem. Of course, somebody says dishwasher here abroad is not a big deal. I get it. Even in Nigeria, it's becoming not a big deal. If you are, moving into a modern house, a house that was built in recent times, a dishwasher is part of the kitchen. It's just like blender. How many when we're packing, when we're moving houses, I was not around, I was in Port Harcourt camp. My children did not carry the motor. They didn't carry motor. They did not carry, they left motor for me in the old house. I bought me one. I bought a new small one. They will use motor. In addition, and please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying using a blender is wrong. I'm just saying that it's a balanced thing. I'm not even saying they will never use the dishwasher. What I'm just saying that it should never be a way of life. Zara is in higher institution, guys. Is she going to have a dishwasher? Some children cannot wash plates. Parents, are you guys with me? Some girls cannot wash. They will wash plates. There's oil everywhere. What are we saying? Is she going to have washing machine? In my house, I can't remember the last time they used hand to wash. Okay, now you're in institution. Alpha, wash now. Oh, mommy, hey, the stress, the this, madam. Somebody says we are here. Oh. Do you know some children cannot even carry plates into the dishwasher? They say, why is there no instrument, no machine that can move the plate from the sink to the dishwasher? Seen, you have not seen laziness. Girls are lazy. The Bible says that the sluggard is so lazy that he can't even move food from the plate to his hand. It's not about dishwasher. It's not about washing machine. It's not about blender. Let me tell you something. Girls, usually, not all, do not like things that cause them stress. I hope we get that. Mothers, even you, do you like things that work? Even you, let's speak the truth. Do you like things that stress you? Not really. Someone says, amazingly, Queen Mother, that's how my husband answered them. That's how I answer you, because you are not going to go to school with a washing machine. Okay? So, yes, let's go. All right. What's another reason why girls do not like chores? Because we don't like chores as well. I didn't know that my not liking chores was teaching my daughters also not to like. So it's not like I don't like chores. I don't like every kind of chores. You see those things we say, I don't like cooking. Your daughters will not like cooking. Okay, you say it and then you actually don't do it. If you say I don't like cooking, but I just have to cook, it's a different thing. You don't like washing, you don't like cleaning, it's the same thing. To be sincere, I didn't even know that thing that I didn't really deal with as a child was affecting me as an adult. Because at a point I started to do chores because as a duty, not as something that was going to save my life. So those when I first got married, especially with new babies, I had 3 of my children in 5 years. Don't ask me how, please. I don't have answer. My house was always upside down. And people say things like, "Oh, new mothers, it's okay, we can understand." You see all those things. It was enablement. My daughters grew up and thought that it was okay that when you are overwhelmed, you just leave it. And everything was just, I was constantly overwhelmed. If you see me then, the whole world was on my head. The whole world was on my head. That's how my daughter started to look at chores. They looked at chores as something that is killing them. They are dying because they are doing chores. So parents, let's start it by checking it. So that day I was in my friend's house and I saw the way her daughter was cleaning. She was cleaning the exact same way her mother cleaned without thinking. This kind of people, that my friend, let me not call her name because you people know her. That my friend, she can clean under a table. The same way she cleans, the same energy. That's how our daughter was doing, and she was doing it unconsciously. So if you're here and you don't like chores, your daughters will not like chores. One day I was saying to my daughter that some time ago, "What, Sarah? Why can't you people just be innovative and adventurous in your cooking?" And my daughter said, Mommy, are you? My daughters, the kind of stray bullet I've collected from these girls. You people, I don't know, I need compensation, I need love, I need encouragement, I need many things. And that asked me, Are you are you an adventure? I'm not even an adventurous eater, not to talk about an adventurous cook. I have three soups I love to eat. I have five, I have two. I don't try out new stuff. I mean, before. I'm not talking about my present self, I'm talking about before. When I started to analyze everything, I know how to tell myself the truth. Oh. I'm not one of those people that, just come out there and just, make you feel good. I start with myself. I'm very vulnerable. I don't lie to myself. So I told myself, okay, I'm going to go on a journey to being open minded. Recently, my friend was sending me a new kind of menu. In fact, I cooked something recently, and my husband said, What is the name of this food? I said, It's called English plantain porridge. He said, Sweetheart, where is that one coming from? Because I've always cooked plantain porridge in a particular way I have known since I was a child. And I started to challenge status quo. As I did, without calling my daughters, I started to see new stuff. My daughters would pick my phone and call my friend and say, Auntie, okay, how did you cook that stew? I loved it. Give me ideas. I started to see them do the same thing I was doing, open to new stuff. Who is this person yabbing me and saying, Mommy, can you? This Zara, eh? Don't know what I'll do with that girl. Oh. Gone through a lot with her. She does not ask her mother, can you? Can you? So we all went on a journey, formally and informally. Everybody trying to try out new things. So it starts from you. I started making efforts with going the extra mile with you know even with the implements for work. Discovered new ones, found a way to bring it up and bring it out so that it is it is looking like you're not the only one dealing with this thing. It's all of us. Okay, thank you, Madam Nkechi. Being vulnerable here as well. It's not about the machine. Even to put it inside the machine, the crew to heap and heap and heap, and you are wondering, what more can I do for this girl? Attitude reset course is coming. I'm sure you are registered. I'm waiting for them in that class. That class, they don't know, they're not aware. The double barrel I'm coming with. And they're all going to be okay. Yeah. If you have not registered for that course, don't laugh with us. Just go and register right now and get every girl in your daughter's circle to join us in that class. Okay, so let's talk about how to help our girls, because what is this conversation if we cannot help them? How can we help our our girls? If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, you're not following on Instagram, you're not sharing on Facebook, you have not done, or you need an attitude reset yourself, because it's a bad attitude for you not to share, to like, to subscribe, it's not a good attitude. Please, can you reset your attitude right now and start to share about the girls hall, share about Auntie Etima, share about the work that we do. Because if your daughter's bestie is lazy or has a bad attitude, your daughter is learning from the best, if you know what I mean. How can we help our girls? Number one, involve her in the decision-making process, the task assigning, the project management. Yes, your house is a project, isn't it? No, tell me now. Is your house not a project? You guys sit down and say, okay, sweetheart, let's do this thing this way. How can we do it? How can we do it? This person does it. So let her feel like she's a part of it. When she's a part of it, she's not likely to fight it. Because again, on the flip side, girls are people that love community. They love to be a part of something. Yes. all this fight you're fighting with your daughters, if you can get her feel to feel like she's a part of it, she's going to be on top of her game. Don't just come and shove it down her throat. But you're supposed to. Let her be the ask her. So what do you think? How do you think we should do? Who do you think should do what? Okay, then she's talking. Hello, Mrs. Mero. I hope my girls are doing good. Miss them, and I'm looking forward to seeing them at the girls' hall monthly sessions next week. I remember having a session with Mrs. Mero's girl. She has 3 girls, and 2 of them are in the girls' hall. And we're talking, going back and forth about who should do what. It was a very funny conversation. I was happy that she just came live. And she said, Auntie Etima, no, that's not how we're brought up. Our days, I say, man, we're not in those days again. So let these girls participate. And they started to, now Mrs. Benro is popping. Her girls have taken charge. Madam, the firstborn, has known now how to get her girls, her sisters, to do what they're supposed to do. Plus, she's also leading. When she's not a jellyfish, why would she not be leading? Yes, now. So get them to participate in the work that the work of assigning roles, managing projects and doing all that. Someone said my girl used to sleep for the brothers to prepare food for her to take to school. I stopped the brothers. Now she wakes up and makes food for the brothers to take to school. I told her she's a small mommy and she still loves the word. Let her be involved. You can't just come and just wake up and just give a command and then she's not feeling like she's a part of it, like she has any reason to. Talk about selling the idea to her. It's part of it. Second thing is connect chores to their interests and gradually get them to associate chores to something that is pleasant. So when my daughters now started doing chores under compulsion, my second daughter who loves music, I'm like, is the only plate, is the only kitchen you want to clean, madam? If you see a gardening apparatus, get radio, get speaker, get this one. And I was like, what is it? What is all this music? She said, the music, mommy, the music keeps me going. I'll just be listening to the music, I'll just be singing, and I felt like that is spoiling her. That is not spoiling. You're not spoiling her. If listening to music would motivate her to do it, why not? As Zara grew older, I taught her how to use podcasts. You know how I told her, how I shared the idea? I said to her, why would you be just like whiling away time? Why don't you build your mind as you're doing your chores? She picked it and ran with it. So her time of cleaning the kitchen, all this somebody must come and stay with me. No more. She started to enjoy doing her chores alone. Just play her podcast. By the time she's done, she's listening to one podcast 45 minutes. Who gained? One day I asked her, I say, so who gained? Me or you? Like, mommy. I'm like, yes. So find a way to, because I noticed that she picked interest in podcasts. We did a podcast challenge together, myself and her, one of those months. So I'm like, okay, if you're the one on duty in the kitchen, for example, when our siblings are around, and you're going to listen to a podcast, why don't you listen to a podcast when you're doing your chores? And boom, she loved it. And now everybody has a way of doing what they love while they are doing their chores that they don't love. It'll be all right. So can we just come out of that zone of during my time? In fact, my mother will use backhand. It's my mother's voice that will be the one that will be singing for you. No, leave all that. Let us find a way. If your daughter is a fashion person, let her be assigned to chores that will make her like tidying up and folding clothes, drying clothes. I'm just giving an example. And it's gonna work. Don't even stay and the team have tried everything. You might not have tried everything. Allow these girls to find a way to sync chores and make it interesting. Let it not be like a time of judgment, a time that let it not be like hell. Let it not be like hell. Get all the apparatus that you need. I'm saying it again. I remember going to my friend's house and there was no broom. There was no broom like, you know, traditional broom. Their children were using brush. And like, this house will not be clean. She said, says who? Says who? It will be clean. It will be clean, and it has been clean. Three bullets. So please allow them. Someone says, Tessie says music motivator, and she would always take a tab or laptop to the kitchen. Mrs. Thompson says, as long as my kitchen is clean, I'm all right. You want to carry the speak, whatever you want to do. Sha, sha clean my house. Very honestly, these things should not be that hard. We shouldn't be having a high blood pressure because our girls are not having the right attitude to church. They want to bring in their music. If they want to gist with their, my son, his own is that he gist with his sisters when he's cleaning. But when they quarrel, he's on his own. Okay, let's go to number three. Break it down. Allow them to do their task in smaller, manageable ways so that it's less overwhelming. That's what I was saying at the beginning. The daughter will not wash her clothes the whole week. Then on Saturday, she's crying, like physically crying, because she has a whole basket of clothes plus her other chores apart from her clothes. So teach them how to break down their tasks. I taught them how to teach how to wash plate. I told you. Teach them how to sweep a big house. Excuse me. Don't just come back and say, by the time I come back, everywhere in this house should be sparkling and there should be food on the table. How are they going to combine schoolwork, housework, personal work, everything work together? How? So you teach them, okay, in the morning, do personal work. In the afternoon, when you come back, do housework. Then in the night before you sleep, you do homework. That's like schoolwork. Don't just say everything. No, no. It's actually unfair. Sometimes, in fact, I was preparing this and I was just looking at my own errors. I'm like, it's not fair. It's actually not fair. To just come back and expect that they will do everything together at the same time. No, let our daughters learn how to, it's even going to help them. So you come to work, you're a business person, you're a career person. Do you just get on with doing everything you have to do at the same time? Don't you strategize? Which is why we should teach them how to do these things. Say, look, you have all these clothes to wash. Can you break it down? You wash the white, then you wash the soft clothes, then you wash the strong ones like jeans and the rest. Okay, this parlor, this house you want to clean, why don't you break it down? Let them get used to breaking down big tasks into smaller, more, easier to manage way, in an easier to manage way. Let them just learn how to do it. To teach them that for tasks to be done and chores to be done in an easy way, you must break it down. Kill procrastination. Chores can help you help your daughter kill procrastination. In fact, that's how it is breeded. It is chores breed, delayed doing of chores actually breeds procrastination. It enhances it, it stretches it, it grows it. Because I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. And then she never does it. And then when she now has to do them, it becomes overwhelming. So teach them to break it down and to do it one after the other. The next one is offer rewards. Yes, incentives. Anything that would help her just associate um, hard work with reward is good. We're not spoiling them, we're not enabling them. By rewards, I'm not saying something like, okay, you can watch TV till whenever you like. That's not a way to reward, please. That's not the way to reward. You can say, okay, so you get to bake, you get to cook whatever you want, you get to choose whatever you want. You can give a word of affirmation. You can get a little gift that she has been asking you, oh, mom, please, I like this book, I love this book, I love this, whatever. You just get it, something small and nice. And it must be not for, well, thank God, you finally did your chores without me talking. No, it should be that every time you move past your comfort and your desire for no work to intentionally doing it, you get rewarded. Hard work always pays, and ensure that they did the work well too. When we're younger, I remember that. I'm just thinking about it now, remembering that my cousin did her chores. So when my mom went to the market and bought her like two undies, almost everybody was like, what? What? Girls love undies. So you're buying her what it is that she's supposed to have, yet you're doing it because she made an extra effort. Remember, you are rewarding the effort she's putting at doing her task well and excellently. Okay? So, number five, and finally, never get tired of explaining why. Instead of threatening, explain. Explaining will give you better results than threatening. I used to threaten a lot, though. I used to threaten a lot. I would say things like, if you don't do this just when I come back, you are going to start following me to work. Shebi, you don't know what it means to go and work, Abi. You will follow me to work. What's that? When they follow you to work, can they do your work? No. You will threaten when you're going back to school. I'll see where you get money to buy your things to go back to school. What? How does that? What does that have to do with anything? Instead of threatening, explain. I had to sit down and start explaining to my daughters specifically the benefits and the consequences of doing chores or not doing them. I had to share my personal story about how I struggled, and I share this with my mentees as well. My girls in the girls club, they know my story. They can tell it to you about how I struggled with being an organized leader, an entrepreneur, because of not doing chores as a child or not loving to do chores. And I always see their eyes, they look like, hey, oh, I didn't think what he said. I'm like, I lost money, I lost opportunities. Why? Because I had not built that muscle of being organized. An organization comes from doing chores. Forget that anything you want to tell me, I'll put it to you beyond all reasonable doubt. That is not possible, that is not going to work. You cannot teach organization to your children without them doing chores. How? What are they going to be organized? You organizing. You just tell them with your mouth. You're going to be organized though. When you organize, you make more money. No, 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 no. It doesn't work like that. These girls must do the task. They are washing plates till 10 p.m., 11 p.m. Let them finish it. They will get it. They will get it as they do it. We try to know, I say I threaten. I threaten to the point that at a point, my daughter, my second daughter, that one threat does not work with her. It doesn't work. She's so smart that whatever you threaten her with, she will counter threaten it. Counter threaten, she will unthreaten, she will wriggle out of the threatened blanket. Does not work. We have a daily timetable. Let me put this comment up. We have a daily timetable for house chores and hobby. Time allocated to each one, though not written in stone. Sometimes playing during house chores can eat into time for other things. That's it. So use this opportunity and explain. And then suggest. Instead of even threatening, can you suggest? Okay, if you cannot even explain, okay, suggest. Suggest and say something like, do you know that if you can use 8 out of 10 minutes to do your chores quickly and well, okay, quickly and excellently, you can actually have free time, extra time to play a little more. It's a good deal. They're going to take it. You're going to take it. So let's rearrange our strategy. Can we do that? Can I get the mothers in the comments to commit to rearranging and realigning their strategies? Instead of threatening and fighting and whining and complaining or yelling, can we go back to the drawing board? Excuse me. And see how we can sell doing chores to our siblings, to our children. Recently, we were cleaning up, doing some spring cleaning, my husband and I noticed that the ones that are in boarding house, not Zara now, the other two, Because I was not around when Kanu when they went back to school. They cleaned their rooms, tidied their rooms, and did not empty their trash. I have a strategy I want to use for next time. I planned the strategy. When they come back, they will get it from me. Nicely served. It's not going to be fight though, but there will be a plan. There's a plan. Somebody said we will try by God's grace. Please, you need to. If not, the headache is yours, the high blood pressure is yours. Find a way. I was going to be upset. Me before, I was going to even call the school and say, give that my daughter the phone. What nonsense. How can she? But then I said, no. What if she's going back next time and I'm not around again? She'll do the same thing. I need to send it to her, send the message to her in such a way that she will own the message and she will do it better next time. Somebody saying, but how can I handle my daughter taking more? Taking more of what? Please, can you explain so that I can get it? I testify that reward, known as behavioral theory, pays. I once gave my daughter money for chores done without me requesting them to be done, and my son was super gold at keeping the house tidy. That's it. Okay, she prefers to do more talking. Girls will always talk, but she must talk now do. Tell her to be a talk now do. Talk is cheap. She must talk and do. If not, she will never be taken seriously. So again, teach her teach her the benefits, teach her the consequences, teach her, explain to her, let her understand it. There's even a scripture that says that um the lazy man talks more than he acts. Bring up those things. Let us see the the effect that it has. Just talking. And if I check it, I don't think she's a teenager yet. Prove me wrong. Younger children are the ones that have that tendency to just talk and talk and talk and talk. As they start becoming teenagers, they do the chores. They are not even, in fact, they don't even want to talk with you. They're that upset. Like, why do they even have to talk? She's 11. I know. I know she's not a full teenager. Once she hits teenage, talking during chores will even be annoying. In fact, if you're talking, she's annoyed. But teach her how that she must put herself together. Someone had asked earlier for podcasts. So I'm going to be sharing those podcasts when I get them. There are so many. I usually share them with my queen daughters in the girls' home. But I'll share them. I hope you're in our communities. You know, we have the Help Your Daughter series that comes up every Friday. So join those communities so that we can share resources with you when we have them. Yes, join this. So we have week 3 coming up on Friday. Week 3 is coming up on Friday, and it's something that your daughters are going to love. Olushola Guerrero says, I pray to commit and realign. Oh, so help me God. Amen. All right, in the girls of okay, so yes, we are going to keep speaking. We will not stop. We will not stop. It's called reinforcement of values. We can't say, oh, we have been saying these things, we'll stop. No. Still dragged my queen daughters 2 weeks ago when we had our gist session. I even asked them, how many of you are lazy? Do you know these girls were carrying up their hands? Girls of who? They were carrying up their hands, and I gave it to them. And some mothers have been saying, since that class, what did you tell them? My daughter on her own has just been, I know what I told them. It's not cool to be lazy now. At a point, nobody wants to hang around you. So wake up and get moving. You have to get moving. All right, so we're gonna stop here for today. Who else enjoyed this session like I did? If you are not in the girls' home, you are not planning to come to the girls' home, or you are planning to come and you're planning to come late, you are late. You are already getting late. Please do your registration right now. Just seal your slot and then break your fee for the year into small chunks. Like we said, take it like a task or a chore. Registering for the girls' hub is a chore. Just break it down. I'm sure you know why you must get your girls to the girls' hub. You need that other positive voice in the lives of your daughters. especially at certain times and at certain ages. Have you heard of what I call mid-teen life crisis? Between 13, 14 to about 16. Tough time. You need that support, and I'm here to support you. But you must be willing to cooperate with me. Yes, Auntie Mercy, you came late, but please, you had the opportunity to catch the replay. We had a good time today learning how to help our daughters reset their attitude towards chores. If you do this and you have testimonies and you do not share those testimonies with me, it will not be good. It will not be nice. Please always come back with the testimony so that we know that the strategies that we're sharing with you are working. And of course, don't forget our attitude reset course for girls. This is a class on task and time management. Time and task management for your daughters and her friends. Ensure that you do this registration because by October 30th, you start to pay 10,999 naira. Thank you, everyone. Would have loved to hear your story of having 3 kids in 5 years? That's my story. No, mine was not 4 years, it was 5 years. I still had three of them in 5 years. The Lord helped me. I've gone past it. Okay, so thank you so much, and I'm hoping to see your daughters on Friday. If you are in Benin, yep, we are going to be in Benin this weekend for the TIP Summit Benin. And then next week, Coach Wendy and the team, I won't be there, but the governor, Coach Kunle will be there, and Uncle Ebuka will also be in the UK for the TIP Summit. And Tadaku, the TIP Summit is coming to you guys. I hope that everyone in the UK or those who know those in the UK have gotten them to register. If only you know that diasporans need these things even more than those in Nigeria or their home countries, you'll be quick, very, very quick to register. All right, then. So see you same time next week. Remember to share this video, like, comment, and just get every girl you know to show up at our programs. Looking forward to seeing your girls at the Girls Hall. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day.